Hey y'all, I might have to freaking leave here. Remember I said I can never settle anywhere, and when I do it seems like a whole bunch of money wasted on food and hygiene and everything that I have to leave behind. I don't know, I feel like I want to cry. I mean, it seemed like me and a roommate, ever since after the trip, we've been getting along better or back to normal the way before the trip. But it's like I'm feeling like I don't want to hurt her or make her surprised, but I feel like I can't freaking stay here no more. I gotta go, you know. um, it's like which is more aggravating, me complaining about people making noise or people making noise? Which is more aggravating? If they wouldn't do it, I wouldn't have anything to say. But I already know that the neighbors downstairs are perps. They've been blasting their loud music all evening as well. That I can feel the damn vibrating from downstairs. And because one of the people that live there is black, I'm supposed to be scared because he's black and a guy, I'm supposed to be scared because I don't know if he might or might not have a weapon. If I knock on their door and question or confront them, but yet they can torture me all day and all night. They have traffic in and out of that house, but I don't know if they're on drugs or anything like that. But one of the ladies who drives that white Subaru and always wearing a red shirt, she's connected with the people downstairs. They didn't start with the noise harassment and loud music. Like for the first 9 days I heard like nothing, no music, loud music from them until Easter. And then it would be every few days. Between them and the guy with the black Kia Soul, it's just too much sensory overload for me. And then I might end up, having an outburst or a meltdown, and then everybody gonna swear up and down that I'm the one who's freaking demon possessed, that I'm the one who's freaking possessed and crazy. But nobody calls them possessed. That you feel the need to torture and abuse strangers for no reason. And I'm not even on a lease here. And then she gonna be hurt if I just say, look, I can't stay here no more. Then I'm still dealing with her son being disrespectful and abusive. That 8-year-old child who thinks he runs every fucking thing. And it's like, like just now when I went to go see what neighbor that was, about the music. See, the boy's mom, my roommate is asleep right now. So he figured he can get away with anything while she's not, not in our presence. So he tried to treat me like I'm mental, like I'm 36 years old. A child treat me like I'm too retarded to be smart enough or have the common sense enough to know to lock the door behind me at night. And he acting like he wants to try to monitor and control me and keep tabs and make sure I'm the one make sure I lock the, make sure I come, like he's coming behind me to make sure I lock the door. And then I'm like, who is that you're talking to on the phone? And because he was telling somebody on the phone about me, going outside, and he tried to make it like, oh, I'm just trying to make sure the door is locked or whatever. I already know how to do that. I don't need a child to freaking come behind me and make sure I lock the door. Talking about I just try to make sure the door is locked so nobody break in. You don't need to do that. You stay in a fucking child's place. And then he acted like it was none of my business when I asked him who that is on the phone. I said, "Is that your mom?" And he lied and said, "Yeah." And then come to find out, she's right up in there asleep. So I don't know who that was. He's on the phone with somebody telling him about me. Just like on the trip when we were at his grandma's house. And I was washing my hands, and he tried to lecture me about how I shouldn't run the water for too long and wasting water or whatever. And I told his mom about it, and I'm glad she got on him for that, And so that boy really surprised me because I really thought he was one of the most respectful, friendliest kids that I ever seen, and I really thought he was respectful and stuff. And then after that 5th day, he really surprised me, and now I see, he got smart ass with his mom earlier today and then cried, and stuff like that. The boy's a narcissistic abuser and a gang stalking perp. He's a narcissistic abuser just like his fucking dad, and so, that boy really, we needs to put him in his fucking place, and it's like, I gotta go. I can't freaking stay here no more. I know it's too, I'm glad my roommate is not as bad as a person as other people, I'm glad, I was able to cook and stuff, and stuff, but it's like I can't take this noise harassment, this noise campaign, and I know it'll follow me everywhere I freaking go. But people say that if you're a targeted individual, that's why you should stay on the move and don't stay in the same one place so they'll set up shop, But it's like the people downstairs, they are perps. The guy over there with the black Kia Soul is a perp. It's like I have to deal with sensory overload, constant headache, and ears torturously hurt all day. How the hell am I, and all these other professed targeted individuals ignore me when I tell them about it, or they're making like it's no big deal, or like I should ignore it. And it's like, how the hell am I going to ignore what hurts, was physical pain to me? That's why they call it no-touch torture, because they're inflicting pain on you without putting their hands on you. And it's like me being in this constant state of, what the hell did I fucking do to deserve? This is not, they act like they think they have the authority. Narcissistic abusers and gang stalking perps act like they think they have the authority to punish me. But no, what they're not doing, they don't have that authority to punish me, because what they're doing is bullying and abuse. They don't have the authority to punish me except God. God is the only one who has the authority and the right to punish me. I'm 36 years old. I don't need a regular citizen who's not the police or the judge or anybody. You're just a regular citizen. I don't need you to fix me, correct me, or try to punish me or anything like that. So, and then there's supposedly nothing I can do since I'm not on a lease, and I'm kind of scared. If we don't get a stimulus check this coming month, then all I gotta be able to afford is 1 week in a hotel or a motel room, and then, I'm scared of, being punished or in trouble, I'm scared of being punished or in trouble, if I'm sleeping on the streets. And it's April 30th now, and it's kind of cold tonight, like in the 50s, I'm sorry about that. I was scratching my side here. I'm sorry about that. So it's like I don't even know if I might have to pack my stuff and leave. That's another way the perps want to keep you homeless, or they just want to run me out of this neighborhood or run me out of this complex. And then my roommate gonna be devastated and shocked, you know. I try to ask her, the guy with the Kia Soul, I said, how long he been blasting his music like that? You know, it's no big deal to her, you know. So she was like, oh, he just got that car. That car is new, and he's been blasting his music like that because he got a new car. That car is not new. It's a used vehicle. If he just got it, it's used because it's an older model that's very dented up on the side. You know, so it's like no, you know. And then I'm afraid that if I try again to confront these perps, you know, I'm afraid of them doing physical harm or retaliating against me, or if we get into an argument or something, and then it fall back on her. And it's like, I'm supposed to just sit here and fucking do nothing and just sit there and quote unquote allow myself to be tortured. You know, and I mean, if they like do something physical to me for confronting them or walking up to them and confronting them about the noise harassment, you know, and then, you know, and I'm afraid of, you know, I wouldn't want them to do something to her, you know, since we're in the same house. You know, I don't know. I'm sitting here starting to think this is not a safe situation. You know, I filmed that guy with the Kia Soul, and, you know, I'm afraid he might retaliate against me one day, you know, and then the people downstairs, with a lot of traffic in and out of that apartment, and it's like the as I said, the white lady with the white Subaru and a red shirt, she drove by a few days ago, when we were riding on the way to the park. That same lady drove by with the one headlight, flashing the one headlight, and she tried to distract us one time. She tried to ask my roommate a question. You know, I don't remember what the question was, but it seemed like these perps try to question her. You know, the question wasn't about me, but, you know, I think she just tried to throw us off, you know. And my roommate just, like, has no idea, and she does not care. She does not give a fuck. She does not, it doesn't seem like it affects her. You know, there's hardly anybody who would know about gang stalking, but at the same time, they're not targeted, but then they would sympathize. No, it's like there's nobody in between. It's like a freaking gang stalker versus target, and nobody in between. Like, there's nobody who is neither a gang stalking perp nor targeted. It's like everybody in society is seeming like either or, and it seems like, why the hell nearly almost everybody sold their soul. Almost everybody is a gang stalker. Almost everybody's freaking chasing money. Hardly anybody's chasing righteousness. You know, I mean, I still have trouble with my sins too, but I didn't sell out. You know, I didn't sell my soul. You know, so I guess I'm done with this video. I might just have to freaking pack my stuff and leave, and scared to be back on the streets, and might end up missing or in prison or something for quote unquote violating a curfew or whatever. I don't know. I just don't know what the best thing to do. I might have to just be forced here to be tortured here. All right, bye.